Okay, so our recording is started. So we are going to discuss about Module 1 Introduction to the MySQL and Database Concepts. Got it? So before that, let's start MySQL. So you guys have already installed the MySQL. So this is the logo and let's start. Once you click on the MySQL logo, you will see the user interface like this. Now click on this local instant MySQL. Okay, for first time it will ask for the um, login ID, passwords. So save the password and once click on this, you will enter into the user interface of MySQL. So you guys can also start the MySQL workbench. Welcome to the MySQL workbench. Please start MySQL workbench and click on local instant here. Once you click, you will enter into this our MySQL user interface. Yeah, yeah. So you have created a password when you are installing. See, we have a stage where they can ask for the password. See here, when you start installing, it's ask for the creating a passwords. Here, create a password. Okay, that the same password you have to use when they are asking for. So once you enter the password, you will see this user interface. Try it. Ramya, what's your position? Okay, you don't face any issue. Fine. So, Nanny, just try it and let me know. Put the password, whatever the password you created. Done. Move. Nanny, move. So before going to this, let's go for the introduction and all. So let me close this one and here. So overview of relational database. What is database? A database is an organized collection of data that allow easy access, management and updating. Example, storing student records, employee data, billing information, etc. Type of database. Relational database, short form is RDBMS, that store data in table, rows and column. Same like Excel, it will store the data in rows and column. Then NoSQL database, store unstructured, semi-structured data like JSON, key value, etc. So two kinds, relational database, NoSQL database. Fine. Then what is RDBMS here? RDBMS. So full form is Relational Database Management System. Manage data in form of relation like table. So example of relational database is MySQL, SQL Server, Oracle and PostgreSQL. So currently we are going to discuss this one. So feature of RDBMS. a structured data storage, table with relationship, primary key and foreign key. Acid property means atomicity, consistency, isolation and durability of data. Then SQL support, data integrity and security. Okay, so these are the feature of RDBMS. Now important concept. First, table. A table is a collection of relational data value. Example, we create a table. First row is ID, second row is name, and third row is age. So ID, name, and age, like that. So row records a single entry in a table. Column field, a specific type of data is stored for all rows. Primary key, a unique identifier for each rows. Example, student ID. So it's a, if say primary key, it means a unique ID. We have to create a unique column which store only the unique ID for each person. Then foreign key, used to connect two tables. So let's suppose we have a two table, a student table or the employee table or maybe a department table, and we can connect both the table by the help of foreign key. So used to connect two tables, creating relationship. By the help of foreign key, we can connect two tables and create a relation between two tables. Now relationship type, one-to-one relationship, one-to-many relationship, and many-to-many. Okay. After that, introduction to the MySQL. So let's start with the MySQL, which is we are start learning here. Okay. So what is MySQL? MySQL is widely used for open source relationship database. Okay, that is RDBMS. So MySQL is a RDBMS, relational database management system. It is used SQL. What is SQL? SQL is nothing but structured query language. It's a language. We are going to use a language here to interact with the data, either import the data or export the data, edit the data, add column, row, something like that. Now, why MySQL is popular? Free. First of all, it's a free. Second is open source. Third, second, fast and reliable. Work for Windows, Linux, and Mac. Highly scalable. Used by used by major companies like Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Uber. So this is very small number of company. Around 1 lakhs company are there which are using MySQL. Let's go and find how many. One second, guys. One second. नहीं था, उसको sign कर दो। हेलो, अभी नहीं बता पाएंगे अंकल जी, आपको कम से कम 10 बजे के बाद फोन करना पड़ेगा, हम क्लास में बैठे हैं। आपको कितना बजे चाहिए, उतने बजे मुड़ जाएंगे नॉर्मली। 8 बजे के बाद ले लीजिए। हेलो 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 guys, I'm sorry guys, some important calls, that's why. So move on. So we are trying to find how many companies using MySQL currently. How many company using MySQL currently? Exact number varies depending on data source, but there are latest realistic estimate. So around ones, tens, 100,000, 10,000 lakhs. More than lakhs company are using MySQL globally. Okay, see, Google, Samsung, Uber, Netflix, Facebook, so many big companies. So this is very nice opportunity if we will learn MySQL. Okay, so it's a very good news because lakhs of company using this, and probably if we learn in a proper manner, we will get an opportunity in these companies. Fine. After that, where MySQL is used? It's used for website and web app, online stores, banking system, data warehouse, mobile app backend, and real-time analytics. Okay, so here we can use MySQL. After that, MySQL component. So MySQL component, MySQL server, actual database engine, then MySQL workbench, GUI, that is graphic user interface. This is a graphic user interface of MySQL. Okay, so GUI tool for managing database. So many tools are there. Command line client, text based SQL execution, con connector used by programming language Python, Java, and PHP. MySQL architecture overview. Client layer, apps and SQL queries. SQL layer, query parsing optimization. Storage engine layer, actual data storage like InnoDB, MyISAM. So these are the engines of MySQL. Okay. So these are the architecture overview. Now installation and configuration. So how to install? Download the MySQL setup file, install MySQL server, configure MySQL, open MySQL workbench, test installation. Okay, these are the steps. So this is the basic idea about the MySQL, why we use. So it's a database. We create a database and it's store the data in form of table like rows and column. So this is the basic things you have to know about this. Now, hello, Nani and Ramya. So we have completed the introduction. Let's move for the other topic. Hello, yeah, Nani. Okay, so I hope you guys understand about the MySQL basic things. Now let's move for the other topic. Now, module 2 is MySQL database design. Now here, MySQL database design. Database schema design. What is a database schema? A schema is a blueprint or a structure of database. Okay, it defines table, column, data type, primary key and foreign key, relation between tables. Okay, so basically if you say schema, it's a blueprint of structure of database. So this is the structure. If you go under the database, you will find table, column, data type, primary key, foreign key. So schema is nothing but the blueprint or the structure of database. Okay. Key element of schema design: identify entities, example students, course, order, customers. So these are the name of database. Identify attributes. So student, under student we have student ID, student name, email ID. Under the course database we have a course ID, title and duration. Okay. Now define primary key. So short form is PK, primary key. Unique identifier for a record. So once we create a table, we will have to give a primary key. Okay. So it's always unique. Every customer or every employee or every person have a unique ID. That is called primary key. Student ID, it's an int primary key. Define foreign key. It's used to link two tables. Foreign key is used for short form is FK, used to connect two tables. Example, customer ID in a student course table. Okay, you will understand everything in some time. So define relationship: one to one. One student has one ID card. One student have many. Customer has many orders. Many to many. Many students enroll from many courses. So this way we can create a relationship: one to one to many, or many to many. Choose appropriate data type. See, we have to choose integer for numeric ID, numeric data type. Varchar for text, date and date time for dates, decimal for money or value. Okay. So these are the data type: int, varchar, date and time, and decimal. We are going to use this in our MySQL to create a table. Schema design example: in entity relationship diagram. Okay. ERD, entity relationship diagram concept. So let's suppose we have a student table. Under that we have a student ID, that is primary key, student name, email ID and phone number. These are the columns. In this table, student table, we have this columns: student ID, name, email ID, phone numbers. Second table is course table. Under that we have a course ID, that is primary key, course name and the duration. So we have two tables: one is student table, one is course table, and these are the columns. These are the columns. After that, enrollment table, there is third table. Okay. Under that we have an enrollment ID, that is primary key, student ID foreign key, course ID foreign key, and enrollment date. So this student ID and course ID we are taking from this table. See, course ID and student ID. So as we are taking from the another table, so this is called foreign key. Then normalization and denormalization. Normalization is the process of organized data, okay, to reduce redundancy and improve data integrity. Okay, normalization nothing but the organization of data. Benefit of normalization: avoid duplicate data, easy update, strong data integrity and efficient storage. Okay, types form of normalization. So first is first normal form, that is 1NF, first normal form. No repeating group. Each column should contain atomic value. Each row must be unique. Fine. So this way we have to create a first normal form. So by design, like if we have a student ID 1, name is Amit, and course is like Python and SQL. We are entering two course in one column. That is bad design. We should not design like this. If we have two course, we have to create two columns. Okay, one column for Python, one column for SQL. So this is bad design, but if you created one more column for other codes, that is the good design. Okay, break into the separate rows or table. Second, normal form. So must be in and one NF. So if you know about this second normal form, so first of all, we have to follow first this, okay, and then no partial dependency on the part of composite key. Try to create no partial dependency on the composite key. Then third normal form must follow N to F. So follow all this N to F and N1F. Okay, and then no transitive dependency. Okay, so this way we can create a normalization of tables. Denormalization, the opposite of normalization, sometimes used to improve speed and performance in a large system. So in denormalization, there is no such kind of rules like we have to create two columns for two separate courses, because we need fast work, so speed and performance, but the data should not be organized in denormalization. Okay, so main aim of denormalization should be speed and performance, that's all. When denormalized, reporting system, data warehouse, high read queries environment, when joins slow down performance. Example of denormalization: strong storing total price in order table, even through it can be calculated. Adding redundant region column in avoiding joins in a lo location table. Now let's start actual SQL, MySQL. Okay, so these are the theories, no problem. Now let's understand actually what is the MySQL. So here, creating and managing a schema in MySQL. So first of all, create a schema or a database. Okay, so let's go. Let me delete all. So after entering into the workbench, you will get this page like administration. So you will see administration. Under administration, you will see management, instant, and performance. But we have to go to the schema. Under schema, you will see like this. This is a by default database, that is SYS. So under each database, you have a table, view, store, procedure, and function. But this is a inbuilt database. We have to create a new database. So how to create? If we want to create a database, we have to write create database and name of the database like company DB, student, department, anything. So this time company DB is the name of database. So how to write create database company DB? Here, create database company DB. Select semicolon, must put semicolon at the end. Select and this button, run. So here you will get a green tick. Create database company DB. So database created. Okay, and refresh it because it's not visible here. no database here, but it's created. We have to refresh it. This is the refresh button. So this is the refresh button. Click on this. See here, company DB, a database we have created. Okay. So when I click on this arrow, you will see table, view, stored procedure, and function. Fine. So copying this code and pasting for you guys. Create a database whose name is company DB. Nani, Ramya, try this and let me know. Go to the schema. This is the schema, administration and schema. Go to the schema. Click on new query. Okay, and then paste. Create database company DB. Try Nani. Hello guys, what happened? Created and Nani. Okay, Nani created. Can you show me your screen so that I can help you? Huh. Oh, oh. Oh, okay, no problem. Okay, no problem. Okay, fine, fine. So Ramya, you have created, right? Fine. So after creating a database whose name is company DB, you can see when I click on this table, nothing. So now after creating database, so if you want to see, we have to activate this database. Before using this database, let's suppose we have so many database. So because we have only two database here, if we have a 10 database or 20 or 100 database, we have to activate one of the database so that we can work. So how to activate? Just write use company DB. Okay, use company DB and select and done. So use company DB activated. Fine. Now whatever we do here, it will change into this company DB, not the other database. So just activate company DB, Ramya. Just write use company DB like this. Done? Fine, fine. Now, so we created a database here. We activate the database here. After that, under the database, we have a table. So we have to create a table. How to create a table? So creating a table inside a schema. So we have to write create table and give the name of the table, which table you want to create, and then start a bracket. And under this bracket, what column you need, we have to write like employee ID first column, employee name second column, email ID third column, and salary is the fourth column. Fine. So employee ID is a numerical part, so integer, it's a int, and employee ID should be primary key. So it should be always unique value. It contains unique value, no repetitive value. Then employee name, which is text value, that is varchar, and 100 means it will give you the limit of words, how many characters we can use to write a name. Let's suppose my name is Amit, A-M-I-T, only 4 characters. So same way, if somebody have a character, so we can use 100 character to write a name. Okay. So employee name is varchar 100. Again, email ID varchar 100. So there is 100 character we can store into the email ID. Then salary, that is 10 comma 2. It means 10 digit and 2 decimal. Fine. So this way we can create a table. Create table, and table name is employee, start a bracket, employee ID, that is integer, so int primary key, employee name, that is text, so varchar 100 is the limit, email ID, that is varchar 100 is the limit, salary is the decimal, that is 10 place value and 2 decimal, and close the bracket and semicolon. That's all. So let's copy this and paste into our database. So create table, name of the table. This is the column employee ID, employee name, email ID, and the salary. Now select and run. So here create table employee. So it's a green tick, it means successful. Fine. Now if you want to see the table, just write select from star, select from star, and employee, employees, or maybe select from star. Wait a minute, just a minute. Select star from employee, employees, and run this. See, a table is created, employee, employee name and email ID and salary. Okay, but table is blank, no data, because we only created a table, not the data. So if you want to see the table, we have to write like this: select a star from employee, select a star from table name. So employee is the table name currently we have. So please create this table from here, pasting this code. Okay, create a table under the database my company db. So company db, under the company db database, create a table whose name is employee, and under that we have a email id, employee id, employee name, email id, and the salary column. Please do it and let me know. Created. Just check it whether it's visible or not. So write select star from employee and semicolon, and select it and click on this run button. Created, visible to you. It's visible like this: employee id, employee name, email, and salary. Okay, but no data because we didn't enter the data. Done. Nanny, you are understanding the things? Easy? Fine. So after creating a table, uh, so we see the tables. Now, if you want to check the database, how many database are there? So write so database. It will show you the database. So database. Click. So we have a company DB, information schema, MySQL, performance schema, and system. So other than company DB, all are inbuilt database. The only company DB which is created by us. Okay. Now viewing table in a current schema. So show table. If I write like this, show table, show table. So only one table. That is employee table we have created. Okay. So try this, Ramya. Just write show database and show table. You will find both the things one by one. First type show database. You will see the database. Done. Fine. Now, now we are going to insert a data into the table. The table we have created, this employee table. Under the employee table, this employee table, let me activate the employee table. Under this employee table, I'm going to enter the data that like ID, employee name, email ID, and the salary. So how to do that? So we have to start with insert into employee because this is the name of table. So insert into table, which table? Employee table. And what are the structure? Like employee ID is the first column, employee name, email ID, and the salary. And we have to write value because we are going to add value under that. So insert into table name and the structure of the column and the value. After that, first column is employee ID, so employee ID is 1. Second column is name, so name is Amit Kumar. Third column is for employee email ID, so email ID is like this. And fourth column is for salary, so salary. Same for employee 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, just copy the all and paste into here. Select the all and done. So insert into employee, email ID, employee ID, the employee name, email, salary are inserted into the table. Which table? Employee table. And how to know? Just select from employee, or we can write here. Select star from employees, semicolon, select and choose and run. See, so we have a employee ID 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, employee name, email ID, and the salary. So this way rows and column created. Okay, just copy this, paste into this, and just enter this data, Ramya. Okay, try, and after that run this code. Select from employee, select a star from employee. You will see this data into the table. Done. When you write select from employee, you will see this data created. Created. Okay. Fine. Fine. So select table is in database. So this way we can select from a star employee. So already we is using. After that, modifying the table. Let's suppose we created a table and we enter the data. If you want to modify the table, modify the data, how to do that? See, first add a new column. So already we have a 1, 2, 3, 4 column. Now if I want to add one more column in this table, how to add? So alter table employee. We are going to alter the table. Which table? Employee table. And what we can do, we can add phone number, a phone number column, which is varchar, and I'm giving 15 character. Okay, they can use at least 15 character. So just write alter table. Okay, so it will add a phone number column. Alter table employee, add phone, varchar 15. Done. Now select the table whether it's, see, phone number column is added here, but it's null because there is no data. So just create it, Ramya. Nani, hello. Understanding or not? Easy? Fine. So Ramya, create the add the new column into the table, employee table. Right? Alter table created and run this code. Select from star from employee so that you will see the table and the empty phone column. Just check it. Null. Good. After that, I want to add phone number into each rows. How to add data into new column, that is phone number column. Okay, so how to add update employee, this is a table name, update employee, set phone number equal to whatever the phone number, where employee id is 1. So where is employee id 1? This is the employee id 1, first one. So here set, so read again, update employee table, set phone number equal to whatever the phone number, where employee id is 1. So it will enter this phone number into the phone number column where id is 1. So this is id, okay, 1, and this is the phone number column. Here it will put this phone number. Similarly, update employee table, set phone number this, where id is 2, again id is 3, id is 4, like that. So it will enter each phone number into each row. Fine, and run. Yes, insert should be not worked like that. Insert will be like inserting a table or something like that. See, update should be into the existing table. This table is existing where we are updating the things. Okay, alter table means we are going to redesign the table. Okay, so now I have already updated employee set phone number like that. Now let me again check the table. So select star from employee, employees, see, table, employee ID, employee name, email ID, salary, and phone number. So each row contains the phone number now after updating. So try this, Ramya, and let me know. So first alter the table. Hope it's created. Now insert this into the table. Done, and run the code like this. Select from employee so that you can see the complete table with new column which is phone number, and all the phone numbers are there. Getting the table? Hello. With a new column whose name is phone. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Total 5 column we have created now. Have you got all? Ramya, got all or any issue? Hello. Done? No error? Yeah. Have you got any error? No error. So once you run, select start from done. No? Fine. Move. After that, uh, alter table employee modify salary. Okay. So first we uh, created a salary column here with 2 decimal point, because here when we created a table we are saying 10 comma 2, that is 10 place and 2 decimal. Now we are going to increase 12 and 4. It means 12 decimal digit and 4 decimal. Let's do it. So alter table employee modify salary decimal 12 comma 4. So currently there is a digit and 2 decimal. Now we are going to increase this uh, till 12 digit and 4 decimal. Alter table employee modifies salary decimal 12 comma 4. Done. Modified. Now run this code. Select star from employee. See, now there is a 4 decimal here, and it can take at least 12 digit. Okay. Try this. Try this, Ramya, and let me know. One step done. Getting the 4 digit, decimal place done. After that, delete a column. So how to delete? Alter table employee drop column. Which column? Phone number. So we have created a column whose name is phone. I'm going to delete this column. How to delete? Write alter table employee drop column phone. Alter table employee drop column phone. Select and run. Now again run this. Select a star from employee. See, only 4 column. Phone column is gone. So try this. Delete a column, any column, phone column, any column, whatever you want. Just change the name. delete it. After that, now I want to delete the table. This table we have created. I want to delete this table. How to delete? Drop table employee. Drop table employee, select and run. Okay. Now again run. Select start from employee, run. Error because table does not exist. Select from star employee, company DB does not exist. So try this. Delete the column which table which we have created whose name is employee. Now run this. Uh, yeah, when we run this, you will see a error because we already deleted this, so it's not existing in the database. Now, whatever the database we have created here, I'm going to delete the database now. So drop database, which database? Company DB. Select and delete. So only this database available, which is in the beginning. Try this. Drop the database. Fine. Deleted database. Whatever the database created, table created, column created, everything we created, and at the end we delete everything. But we know how to do all the activities. Okay. Now, so this is the last part of this module. Hope you understand what is SQL, how to store the data, how to create a table, how to create a column, how to delete, how to alter everything, right? Nanny, understand all the things? So, sorry. Okay, once you install the your MySQL, then you can practice it. Okay. So this module is completed. Module 2. Now we can start the another module tomorrow. Tomorrow is Thursday, no? Friday. Tomorrow is Friday, right? Friday. So Friday, Saturday, no class. Sunday we will connect. Okay. Okay then. Bye bye. Good night. And okay. And one more thing. Please mark the attendance. I have updated all the attendance. Okay. Ramya, you also. Okay. Okay. Good night.